Let's go! Reading stream! I say, we are going to be partners! We've known each other for so long! It's as long as this very diary. But when we first knew each other, raising charge illegally in the city, we were rivals. Now that we've asked to work together and have each other's back, I'm ready! I'm really not used to it. Naturally, I'm not used to having to look after someone who lost against me, but order's an order. I jest. I really look forward to flying with you. I don't know whether we will receive a combat mission. I don't know what you think about our situation, but I think we both have considerable skills, and having to sit still and not fight enemies in the front lines is stifling. Those denizens of abundance often raid the border, and occasionally there are reports of them harming innocent planets. Every time I hear these news, I feel an overwhelming sense of anger. But now things are different. After a while, we'll be able to show them what we're made of on our fighter jets. Honestly though, I'm pretty satisfied with my life right now. After all, just between you and me, what I really wanted was never the righteous cause of ridding demonic activities. What attracts me is just the act of flying itself. I should have been a taxi driver. Look, flying out into the universe outside of the delves is entirely different from racing starships that we are so used to. There is nothing to anchor us in space. There is not even a distinction between up and down. Our fighter jets would be hung in space by their lonesome selves like ships sailing in the middle of the ocean. But there is no one else you can rely on but your own skills and your jet. We're not even halfway through. Some may call this feeling lonely, but I refer to it as calling freedom. To me, the ability to fly in space is good enough. And if I have shared this sweet freedom with you, that's even better. Sai, I don't know what to say to console you. You're always like this, no matter what terrible things happen to you. You would act strong, as if you don't need anyone to care for you, and you have a terrible timing for jokes. But we have been together for over 100 years, and I think we understand each other very well. You once said that if something is unpleasant for me, it would also be uncomfortable for you. I actually feel the same way too. Right now, my heart feels it's being gouged out with a blunt, rusted knife. I can't imagine the amount of hurt and pain you're going through. It's funny, I've never shown my good side. Every time you leave me alone to go on a mission with him, I feel uncomfortable. Especially when I see you two flirting and getting along as if you're inseparable. I can't help but want to glare at him with disdain. But is a good person. No matter how rude I was on him, he was always kind to me. Thinking back on it now, I realize I'm just really bad at appreciating people. He's really amazing. He managed to hold off several dozen enemy ships with only 2 people. This isn't something that can be done with just courage and resolve. It also requires exceptional skill and extraordinary talent. I can imagine what it is like in his final moments. How his annoyingly handsome face must have shown such determination and focus. I guess that's why you fell in love with him in the first place. I can imagine how proud he must have felt in that moment. He must have had no fear or hopelessness, only pride. So you shouldn't be sad. You should be proud of him. We all should. Sai. I've been having a lot of negative emotions recently, but I cannot express to other fighters of the front line. Since you're recuperating in the rear, I'll just dump them on you. Although it seems I'm a bit slow to say such words now, it was only recently that I realized I am actually in the midst of such a cruel war. Space combat is different from ground combat. Although both involve life and death in an instant, it is rare to see severed limbs and broken bodies in space, which led me to misjudge the brutality of this war. It wasn't until recently, as the situation on the front lines worsened, that the bloody reality gently but indisputably presented itself before me. Someone might sit beside you for a meal today and be missing in action tomorrow. A new soldier earning praise and honor today might disappear the next. The captain I fought with today might not be found tomorrow. The ground troops that exchanged encouragement with me today might be eliminated the next. At this point, I'm wary of building personal connections with anyone here. Personally, perhaps that person would perish, or I might perish, or we might both perish in the day to come. I thought I have experienced enough to feel numb, but bad news kept coming in waves every single day. However, I don't regret this at all. Whenever the pain comes, the feeling that becomes a fighter pilot is the best choice I have made in my life will follow. That was a weird sentence. If I weren't a fighter pilot, I can only endure this pain in silence. But I can fly, I can battle, and I can attempt to destroy the source of my pain because I am a fighter pilot. I have things to do that I can do, realities I can change. P.S. Don't use the names I came up with. They are terrible. Choosing a name is a big decision in the child has to bear with for a lifetime. Hold on! Use my suggestion instead. No way. It's something I picked on several times. It's gonna be her! Say, I have to tell you a lot. So many things. After your death, they wanted to honor me with a medal. Thankfully, I will find it laughable. No way. Hold on. That's a really cool twist. Based on the common logic, no one would award survivors medals to praise their fortuitous survival. But no, not the Skyfaring Commission. They gave me a medal, called me a hero pilot, and the only reason for it was because my luck to remain alive in that calamitous battle. If you had been as lucky as me, we could have gotten the medals together. After the medal ceremony, we could have gotten to alley, have a few drinks and laugh at the absurdity of it all. It's a shame luck is not on your side. We don't have that chance anymore. I suddenly feel nostalgic. I remembered all the time we had seeing our starships across the Lofu sky. We were so carefree, there are no threats to our lives, and we didn't have to bear the calling of the hunt. The entirety of the sky within the delve was ours, yours and mine. Above us was the delve's flashing dome ceiling, and below us were the bustling lights of 10,000 homes. And oh, behind us, the realm-keeping commission of officers who just won't stop chasing us. That was a time of insurance. That's a word. How I wish we could stay in that time forever. Hold on! Back to this! It's not her daughter? Is that the twist?
What is the meaning of this? The Helm Master's daughter bringing Outworlders in to sneak around?
Haha! What if it's not her daughter?
Let me see. Madame Yukong's diary? The nerve. How dare you read Madame Yukong's personal diary? And with her daughter, too. By the Arbiter, you two are in for a...
Mr. Yang-min, please, calm down. Let us explain.
Hold on, I'm ready for the twist. I am ready for the twist.
I see. Qingni, I know Madame Yukong's position on you becoming a pilot is tough for you to accept, but she has her own concerns.
I understand, Mr. Yang-min.
It's because
but now, compared to becoming a fighter pilot,
your size
I'm more
daughter.
interested in knowing what my mom went through.
I'm pretty sure. That's what I believe is happening right now.
How she went from ace pilot to helm master.
Is there gonna be more reading? This is actually getting cool.
A long time, Qingni. If there's something you wish to know, just ask. But don't go rummaging around. That's a bad habit.
Okay, let's continue. Oh. Right.
This divine object, if I remember correctly, it's the one.
Things are getting cool. What the heck? That was a fast twist.
I heard the war that forged this object was only won thanks to the Rainbow Arbiter's blessing. If Madame Yukong still carries objects from that pilot, then perhaps she still longs for the sky.
Uh-huh.
If Mom still longs for the sky, then why does she no longer fly?
Perhaps Tsai's passing was too much for her. You shouldn't be asking me about this. Ask your mother.
Ask and y'all shall receive.
Miss Tsai, I remember her. She was an ace gunner. Many people wanted to be her flight partner.
And you are her
Her
daughter.
husband, Mr. Guang Yuan, was a pilot.
That's why I want to be a
They
pilot.
manned the same skiff and
It's in
were
your
the envy of
genes.
many. But when it came to pilots, your
See,
mother
mine?
was
My
the best
genes are
match for
white.
her. They flew together all the time. Even Mr. Guanyan couldn't match their numbers. Well, after he passed away in battle,
Do you think
Tsai
genes are
rarely
called
teamed up with
genes?
anyone except your mother. It was
Because they are woven
tragic
in the
when
same
Tsai
twisted
died
way?
soon after. That's the life of a pilot. No one knows which flight will be their last. Tsai's death was a big blow to Madame Yukong. After the battle, she refused to turn in Tsai's possessions as per regulations. She kept them locked away, occasionally taking them out to admire.
I didn't think it noticed many details, Mr. Yamming.
Nonsense. As a Xianzhou native, I've lived long enough to remember more than the Foxian pilots could ever hope to. In the end, all the ace pilots perished. The only thing I can do is to remember them and ensure they are not forgotten too soon.
Where are Miss Tsai's possessions stored? Thanks for telling us all this, Mr. Yang Ming.
You're welcome. I know this is important to you. I suppose you're going to go through Madame Yukong's office desk next. I can understand your position, Qingmei. I'll take my leave and pretend I didn't see anything. After all, it's an unwritten rule that subordinates should be absent when their superior's privacy is exposed. Please don't tell your mother that you saw me today.
Oh well.
Got it.
Thank you.
Hurry. Madame Yukong will be back soon.
Alrighty. Another one.
My mom keeps lots of stuff in her desk. Let's have a look.
Hidden compartment.
That's the selling point of this desk. Super simplistic design with super spacious hidden compartments. Lots of office staff
where?
use this desk. There are hidden compartments on the left, right, and under the desktop. Which one should we check first?
Of course, it's gonna be the one under the table. Why do you have hidden compartments? If you have data that you wanna hide, everything is electronical. Just hide it in the system. Why do you have to have like a physical drawer somewhere?
A paper kite, personal letters, and a copy of Otherworldly
What's the point of
Delight?
this?
So Mom likes these kinds of novels? Huh. I thought she'd prefer more heroic stuff.
To touch it?
But what we're looking for isn't here.
Because it's a memory? Then have it in
There
your
are hidden
home.
compartments
Why do you
on the
have it
left,
at your work?
Right, and under the desktop. Which one should we check first?
You can just, unless it's very much tied to this table, then you know, in that case, sure.
There's some exhibition material. Not sure if it's relevant. This is the Fallen Heroes archive.
Okay.
Mom stored them right next to her. Every time our pilots returned from the battlefield, my mother would tell me never to forget the cost of victory.
Okay.
But what we're looking for isn't here. There are hidden compartments on the left, right, and under the desktop. Which one should we check
Okay,
first?
well, under the desktop, obviously.
Got it.
Got it.
This looks similar to Mom's diary. But it looks like it belonged to Miss Tsai.
Oh, is it gonna be her side? Yukong! I'm happy. How long is this? Jeez. Yukong, I'm happy to have a choice to fight side by side with you. When the bear assignment was sent out, I was so nervous that I didn't dare to open and check it, fearing that we wouldn't be paired up. It's not like I can't bear to pair with you, but I was worried to leave you with the others with the fiery temperament. When you actually get on the battlefield, don't act recklessly like you do now, always changing with hot-headedness. Before taking action, I think more about the consequences, but it's okay, I don't want to talk about this anymore. And you'll accuse me of nagging like an old crone again. In any case, we might need to work together, using our individual strength to create our own legends in the vast sky. I look forward to fighting in the vast skies with you, so my voice is changing with excitement, so much that I am finding it hard to fall asleep. Yukong, don't cry, there is no need to be sad. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be using that voice. My husband was the one who died. Oh, I should not be using that voice. But you're crying more than I am. After so many years of fighting, you're so emotional. I'm envious. God damn it. Being a fighter pilot has always been a harrowing decision since we've chose this path. I shouldn't be laughing at me accidentally making this horrible. Since we chose this path, we have to be mentally prepared. What's important is not whether we can survive by luck, but whether we can live up to the value of pilot's life. The husband has his partner managed to keep an entire Brooklyn fleet at bay. We were heroes. To me, that is enough. I've heard it is said the greatest happiness in life is being able to choose how you die. From this perspective, to fight the Zhanzhou Alliance? No! For the people of the entire galaxy to die on the battlefield after a lifetime of military service! My husband is probably happy. Of course, you better not have this kind of happiness. Just live another 200 years, behave, and then die of old age. For me. Yukong, it's been a long time. I'm still on my maternity leave. In the rear, everything is fine. With the statement happening right now, you must be very busy. But when you have the chance, please take a moment and to write an exchange diary entry for me, so that I can know you are still safe. And also, I have a mountain of things I want to talk to you about. First, an announcement. We have already decided on the name of our child. Come on. My husband has talked about this before. If it's a boy, name him Dragon. If it's a girl, name her Phoenix. But okay, this is why she didn't want them to go with the names. Okay, all makes sense now. But this man's literary sense is as good as the monkeys in the Everhunt Plains. No matter how much we should prioritize the wishes of my late husband, I cannot let his wants ruin my child's life. So after much pondering, I've decided to go with your suggestion and name her Shinji. The Colors of Dawn! I knew it. The Moonlit Camp opens the Garden of Archery. Frosty banners brush the colors of dawn. How rare. You made the time and effort to look through poems and allegories. I thought you only cared about the fighter jets. Don't miss me too much. After taking a few months break and settling Shinji down, I will be back in action ASAP. Shinji is still so young and I need to leave her to fight a war. How should I say this? I am such an irresponsible mother. I am well aware the situation on the front line doesn't look good. The Borson keeps breaking our ranks. All the media outlets are trying to control the spread of panic and fear, but Alofu is shrouded with a veil of uneasiness. However, I believe that the Zhanzhou Alliance will win. I believe that warriors like you and me will repel those denizens of abundance with whence they came. I look forward to fighting beside you once more. Yukong, we will be heading towards the cruel battlefield. We will be heading towards the cruel battlefield tomorrow. So tonight, there are some things I must entrust to you. This may be somewhat ominous, but there's no help for it. Who made it so that we've never entrusted these things to each other before? If you lived and I didn't, please take care of Jinji like you would your own daughter. I know you will. I will entrust you with all my savings. Please use that as living expense for Jinji. No matter what kind of person Jinji wants to become, please support her fully. And that's where she failed. Merchant, poet, street performer, anything except jet fighter. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. Oh god. Please allow me to make a vow with you. Do not let Jinji become a jet fighter. When we enlisted, you wrote this in this diary, our fighter jets would be hung in space by their lonesome selves like ships sailing in the middle of the ocean. Some may call this feeling lonely, but I prefer to call it freedom. Yes, this was in the last entry. I really love this segment because I thought the same, but that's enough. Loneliness or freedom, we've already tasted it all. Promise me, don't let that child touch the sky! And then she died. And now we will listen to the mental breakdown.
So, I was adopted? And this Miss Sai was my real mother?
Can I point out one thing? All of you mofos who didn't read that, you must have been so confused at this point. All the people who didn't read it must have been so confused.
I suppose I've always had a feeling.
I
But
read?
now I know
Okay,
the
yeah,
truth.
sure you did. Okay, I trust you.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
But all the people who
Don't
didn't?
let that child touch the sky. Is
that's
this
cool.
why Mom refuses to let me become
That's
a
cool.
fighter pilot?
Like, literally, like, all the people who skipped this, they must have been so confused all of a sudden, because there is, like, no preparation for that outside of this wall of text. It's actually pretty awesome. I kinda guessed this myself. I did, after the first entry.
When I was little, I asked my mom where my dad was. She said I was grown from the Star Skiff assembly line at Stargazer
Next
Natalia.
swimming profusely. Did he
I
skip?
thought she was just a bad liar.
Did he actually skip?
I even thought she meant I'd inherited her talent with star skiffs.
He read it all.
I
Good
feel a
for
lot
him.
closer to Mom after reading this diary. Even if we're not connected by blood. I understand her a lot more now. Can you come with me one more time? I want to have a proper chat with Mom.
Shouldn't you be doing that all? Okay, I'll come with you. Yeah, this is a family affair.
It's fine. I don't need you to do anything.
I just want you to
and
witness
Mr.
this
Yang to stand
so that we have a
nearby.
story for our game.
I'll feel more confident that way.
Yeah, you can just stand behind me, okay? We need a camera person. We can't be having this talk without anyone actually witnessing this. Come on, man. Hey, Mr. Yang, will you hold the microphone while I record it?
You're all done? Did it go smoothly?
Yeah. Okay.
I see. Let's find Helmmaster Yukong. We'll accompany you. We're here to help, but he and I really shouldn't interject when you're conversing with your mother.
It's okay. I understand. Just having you stand next to me is already a great help, benefactors.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Alrighty, mysterious voice from nowhere. Very cool.
When Mom feels down, she usually goes to take in a view of the Jade Gate. She should still be there. Let's go find her.
That is indeed what she's doing. Hello. I'll talk to you as an equal. Someone who's totally not dead. Hello. I like how her head moves when you get taller.
Mom?
Uh-huh.
Qingni, why are Mr. Yang and they here too?
And they?
Jing
Mr. Yang
kindly
and
agreed
they?
to show us around Star Skiff Haven. She
Can they not?
mentioned she was trying to mend things between you, but was feeling shy about it. We volunteered to come with her.
Thank you. I must apologize for the trouble my daughter has brought you.
Mom!
All right, it's getting late. Let's talk once we're home.
Actually, I want to talk to you about something right now. I want to become a fighter pilot, no matter what.
We've talked about this many times. No means no.
No.
But
I know I'm adopted.
Seems like Miss Qingni is a little hesitant. Try giving her a little push.
Why me?
I thought Mr. Yang said we shouldn't interject.
I have a voice.
What should I say?
I have a voice. I assume the bottom one is the right. Hold on. So if I do all of the, because the bottom one is the right choice. If I go from top to bottom, will I actually just get all the responses? If I go with the wrong ones first, will I just get more talk? I just want to know what they're gonna, say. Try it out. But I want to know, because this is the one that I would go for. Because this is the correct one. So if I do... Jing Yuan's memories. Theoretically, that one shouldn't be correct. He's just gonna talk about like how she met him when she was a child.
Qingni's birth mother, Cai, was Yukong's lifelong friend. When Cai passed away in that devastating war, Yukong adopted her daughter. Perhaps this unbearable memory is a root of Yukong's concerns. Still, it doesn't seem like something to bring
Okay,
up.
so and now we go back. Okay, yeah. So the bottom one is the correct one. Yeah. Okay, so I can...
Qingni remembers that Yukong has always avoided talking about her career as a fighter pilot.
Look, I just want to listen to the main
and that
character.
she wants to prevent Qingni from following the same path. Why?
Oh my god, 3 FPS are
Doesn't
coming
seem
down.
like something to bring up now, though.
Garandeth, thank you for the prime. I really do appreciate it. Enjoy your little cat with your name that has like 3 FPS because my god, my computer is boiling.
This divine
We're fine.
object is a testament to Yukong's devotion to the hunt. Qingni believes it's a sign that Yukong still misses the life of a fighter pilot. Still, it doesn't seem like something to bring up now.
This one is gonna be close though.
It's clear that Yukong suffered greatly after that terrible war. Is that why she doesn't want Qingni to be a fighter pilot? Doesn't seem like...
Okay, that's okay. Last one it is, and here we go.
Is that Cai's diary? How did you...
Well, we just grabbed
I
it.
understand now. I'm sorry, Qingni. I cannot support your dream because I made a promise to someone else. I don't expect to gain your forgiveness. I just hope you can understand my reason.
Very cool.
Mom, what are you talking about? I'm your daughter. Our bond is bigger than forgiveness and reason. I'll listen to anything you have to say.
Just like you, I once longed for the sky. I know what it feels like to fly through infinite space, to be surrounded by the vast expanse of nothingness, with unimaginable splendors looming in the distance, to float like a single leaf in the fathomless stellar sea. Some called it loneliness, but we called it freedom. Sai was like that too. We're friends since childhood.
This is a recap, yeah.
We flew star skiffs everywhere.
This is like if Yukong was turned
causing
into
trouble
Paimon
until
for a
the knights
second.
caught us and dragged us before General Jingyuan. We soon became the most elite fighter pilots of the Skyfaring Commission. It wasn't an easy life. You could even say it was a cruel one. You never knew if the friend next to you would make it back alive.
That's a long ass second. Okay, it's not that bad.
The same
It's
could
good.
be said of yourself.
But it's a shame
Those
because
are
we
my
know about
best
all of this.
memories.
Because we read it all.
Strike out into the sky, repelling demons and upholding justice.
Yeah.
The blood we shed bore witness to it all.
Yep.
The life of a Foxian is short and fleeting. Surely we should dedicate ourselves to such glorious aims.
System space all clear today. Great weather for flying.
We're engaging the main Borison
This is
fleet
cool.
this time. Don't get too excited.
Show me the ship. Show me the ship.
Huh? Sounds like maternity leave knocked the wind out of your sails. Feeling rusty?
Oh, shut it. I think you're just excited because you haven't flown with me for so long. Did you miss me?
Of course I missed you. The galaxy felt smaller without you in my cockpit. Say, Sai, really didn't think you'd come back. Do you really like flying star skiffs that much?
You bet. Sure, it's exhausting,
This is cool to be better.
dangerous, low paid. Plus, you only get back to the Luofu a few times a year. But given the choice, I'd always pick this. I guess I already touched the sky.
Mind is mysterious. I've lived for more than 200 years. Forgotten nearly every conversation I've ever had. But I still remember us shooting the breeze that day.
Show me the ship. Show me the ship.
It's
I
crystal
wanna see the
clear.
battleships. Show me all
It
of them.
was the last time I spoke to Sai.
Oh, it's broken apart!
Sai? Hold on, Sai.
I know that you're dying at all. I know.
Sai, open your eyes.
I know it sucks.
Sai?
But I really wanted to see the ship. When it was One Piece. Also, this soundtrack is stellar.
Thank you. Yukong. I've had a good life. But please, don't let Jinmi walk the same path.
See?
Don't let her become a fighter pilot.
This is actually a good death. Okay? Still, it is a character from the past, but this is very cool. Very cool.
Sai, she's your daughter. You'll be able to tell her yourself, do you hear?
And we're all driven by mortality. And here it
The
comes.
rescue's almost here. Stay with me. Jingni is waiting for you. She lost Guang Yan. She can't afford to lose you too. Wake up! Sai? Sai?
Well,
Sai?
very cool.
When I climbed out of the burning carcass of the star skiff, I looked up into a clear sky, pure and seemingly unadorned by the atmosphere that arced far above us. It was the most beautiful sky I had ever seen, but all I could feel was unbearable pain. I sunk to the ground and gazed up helplessly. In my dream, that was the day I died.
Mom,
Now cut to
this
this.
is the first time I've heard you talk about this.
Okay, what a change in
But
scenery.
I'm not a little girl anymore.
That's very cool.
The
God
road
damn.
of a fighter pilot
That's very
is a cruel
cool.
one. I know that now. But I won't hide from it. I'm not afraid to walk the same road as her. If my sacrifice
That's very
can bring
cool.
happiness to the citizens of the Cienjo, then I'm ready for it.
You are so very similar to Tsai.
Very cool.
The more outstanding you became over the years, the more fearful I turned.
No, okay, is the light
I'd
going
known
actually?
for a long time you
more?
were ready.
Do I even
but
have
I
it?
was not.
Can I even read it?
You know,
That's cool.
cruelty has never claimed victory. Me, Tsai, your father Guangyan. We were prepared for the worst when we enlisted. Do you know how we won that war? The war that took away Tsai and the lives of hundreds of thousands of fighters.
The Rainbow Arbiter's divine arrow.
Yes. The mighty blessing of the Rainbow Arbiter annihilated all abominations in a single strike. We had to pay with the blood of hundreds of thousands of soldiers just to halt their advance. If crushing our enemies was as easy as breathing for the Rainbow Arbiter, then what purpose did our sacrifices serve? Under
That's
the
a
might of an
question.
eon, the sacrifices of ordinary creatures are but a joke. We are nothing. We mean nothing.
Mom,
But I never should have allowed my fears to compel me to make decisions for another person. Even if that person is my daughter, I brazenly interfered with your choices. I am sorry. That is my failure as a mother.
Mom, you don't need to apologize. Really, you don't need to.
I'll take you to fill in the paperwork tomorrow. You'll start as ground crew, just like Tsai and I did. I believe that one day, you'll make an outstanding fighter pilot.
Yeah, one day, because for the last few
Really?
years,
Thank you, Mom.
or actually a lot of years,
Thank
she
you.
prevented her from flying.
Thank you. Thank you.
Imagine all the practice she
I
could
was
have had
afraid
by
of you
now.
following in my footsteps,
Oh well.
and more afraid of you taking after
Then again, to
Tsai.
them it's like a year.
If this is your choice, then I'm willing to support you, even if you live to regret it.
Mom, I have one last request.
Tell me.
I want to fly with you at least once.
I get it, sure. Oh god, that's a...
I'm afraid I can't. I won't be flying anymore.
But why?
Because I already touched the sky.
It was very cool. As slow as the start was, that was very cool.